Trade post has finished building. Upgrade it again. And with this, I'm basically out of money. I really cannot afford to spend more. Asia Minor ravaged by the plague. The atmosphere at court has grown tense, as word of the plague raging in Asia Minor has reached you. To further disturb the people, a story is circulating. Survivors speak of a cursed ship carrying living corpses, come to recruit for the Captain of Death. The myth has lent more credibility each time a coastal city succumbs to the epidemic. Oh boy. It's burning out, though. India's starting to burn out. Hasn't spread here yet at all. The Middle East ravaged by plague. An ominous shadow looms over the regions of the Middle East as the plague has left little but tragedy in its wake. The reports are scarce, but upon hearing the tales of the lone refugees walking the roads, often the lone survivor of a family, the hearts of many are torn as to why the Tengri would allow this to happen. Well, it hasn't hit me yet. I'm fine. It does kind of look like it can't spread to nomads. Southern Europe ravaged by the plague. Panic is rising as the plague reaps its victims across southern Europe. Peasants and nobles alike have gathered in the churches to pray for the mercy of their god. Even the great Rome has become littered with corpses. Many fear that the taint is sent by him as punishment for the people's sins. When will it end? Barely hit Scandinavia either. Defensive pact opposing me has ended. Good. Right, Ushi quite like us. So I'm going to go to the Kuta again. Which is them. See you, Kalinas. Settled the feud with... I thought they already settled that feud. Or was that a different feud? That may well have been a different feud. Are you raiding my stuff? Because that's not cool. It certainly looks like you're raiding my stuff. Get out. It's my stuff. Stop raiding it. Oh no! Yang Guan was... No. Itugun was killed. That's annoying. He was the one getting my kids done. Educated. No, he was the one that educated, not smart. Yeah, that's how it was. Speaking of which, I think it is now safe for me to go and join the Eagle Warriors. I will gladly fight to prove myself. Sartak Knuckle Slammer and the Eagle Warriors have chosen Songul Assad as my opponent. The staunch woman eyes me up and down when we are introduced. Fresh meat, eh? She offers mockingly before shoving an elbow into my side, making everyone laugh. Combat 31. She's pretty good. No. I can fight, I say, dropping to my knees, sensing my own lie. Even though Songul has clearly injured her leg, she has been proclaimed the winner. Sighing, I ponder my worst injury. I have a feeling it's not going to leave any lasting means. Do I have a doctor? Yes. Because it would really be bad if I died right now. During the initiation, the display of bravery and good attitude impressed us all. We'd gladly invite you into the ranks. Oh, I've got in anyway. So I can now duel my enemies, can create shield maidens. I'm a survivor, and have a lifetime of war. Alright, that's the third time that he settled that feud. That must have been one hell of a feud to be needing to be settled 3 times. He will make a suitable... Oh, I can sacrifice to Tengri. Where have we seen this before? Get out of my land! Father! Father! Calls Saberbane, pulling my arm, pleading to play with him with his latest toy, completely oblivious to the important work I must be getting up to. Fine. My commander, Keira the Bear, has been reported to perform impressively in the desert of Yanghuan. Yes, I will definitely pay him. Also, I need to replace... shit. That other general. With coal. Tokarids are liking me a lot more. History is a subject that's always fascinated you and has spent the last few weeks studying the campaigns of Alexander the Great. There are many lessons to be learned from his conquests. We're now studying the military strategy of Alexander. Right, population is now increasing. Okay, they stopped raiding. Very wise. Fred needs education, select that. And I'm also going to send you off to someone who actually knows how to fight. Actually, I do. And I'm already educating you. That's fine. Trade post has finished. Let's get those trade offices going. That's going to make me run out of money, though. Do it. Africa ravaged by plague. Death is haunting the continent of Africa as the plague is spreading amongst its inhabitants. Blackened bodies lay rotting in the sun and the stench is unbearable. Many have fled the larger settlements, but the epidemic follows, with the bodies floating down the Nile and the Niger. Let's take a look at that. Ooh boy. It's arrived in Norway and in Africa. That's definitely going to take those places quite a while to recover. Speaking of which, how's the tech doing? Military organization. Supply limit it goes up, and also we can get more retinues. I don't know if retinues affects horde size, though. I think that's based entirely on manpower. It might increase the amount of manpower we can have dedicated at a time. At this point, I think it would be easier to say where it isn't affected by the plague. Like us! And by the looks of it, we escaped it. Yeah, so nomads can't get the plague. Doesn't spread that much. We're too isolated. The revolt's spreading. What a shame. Marshall died. That was the genius, wasn't it? Well. Coal needs to be bribed. Could make coal the Marshal, but I suspect that we could probably import someone better. Like Manash. You would be a lot better. Oh, he wouldn't join us though. Let's go with you. No, I did not mean Commander. I meant Marshal. There we go. And I would like you to continue researching military technology. I don't need the extra manpower anymore. We should be reaching maximum strength. And as we do so, the amount of money that we are generating should also be going up. Okay, so... we can't afford a lot of these things. think I'm going to get the meat preserver. Increase the supply limit everywhere. It's amazing, we've burnt through 2,700 ducats, mostly because of that ridiculous war we just fought. Someone's popular. How old is the son? 11. It was one of those situations where you didn't want to tell the truth in case it hurt the person, but at the same time, honesty is a virtue. No, rather be honest. We are honest. And population is now going up. Good. It's been quite some time since I regularly went out hunting or trained for combat. My body is no longer what it used to be. Too much. I need a diet. Let's have a diet. Then poet needs to be educated, which we will do. I bet Madagascar is good too. Yeah, unfortunately we can't see it here. Madagascar and Greenland, both completely immune to disease. If Plague Inc. has taught me anything. And Iceland, yeah, that's true. That's one of very few mobile games I actually like. No, population. Sutai is having revolts. I could humiliate Sutai. In fact, I could even humiliate Ulunga. Just move their capital. Oh, no, I can't. We have a truce. Qinghai have separated. Currently at war with Calm. Bugger. That's to install a new Kagan. And that's a war against Mari. Quite a big conflict. Against this. Burgundy. Italy has become Burgundy, apparently. Well, I guess that's... in the actual timeline, Northern Italy was owned by Lothar, who was one of the sons? Was it grandsons of Charlemagne? And that's why it was called Lotharingia. So I guess this is just Lotharingia. Grand Misa Funk, thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate that. Welcome to the Maudlings. Western Earth ravaged by plague. From the Rock of Gibraltar to the port of London, the plague has been spreading, harvesting the lives of nobles and farmers alike. The countryside of the afflicted areas have been left haunting and desolate. Here and there, pyres from the burning of the diseased can be seen from miles away. So I just need to take these two provinces. Ah, so near and yet so far. Also, I'm going to start getting the penalty from not being at war for a while soon. So let's split you in half. Let's go... Can I raid people I have a truce with? No, but I can raid these guys. Ho ho, that's the plan. Let's do this. I've encountered hero... Oh, Kayla's a hero. You actually in charge? No. Second in command, though. He's the heir presumptive. Many times we're carrying out my duties for the Eagle Warriors, and it's always a pleasant occasion. We talk for hours, if the time allows, because he never bores me. While our discussions are often lengthy, we always seem to agree on the matters which seem important. We become close friends. Considering you are like the basis that my entire military is based on, yes. Seek out Jewel Manu. Well, alright then. Jewel Manu. Wait, am I still wounded? I'm still wounded and I have an infection. That should probably wait. Horde swarms the holding, burn it down, get me more population. There is no man better at increasing the church's opinion of me or to teach me to become a more pious man than my diviner. I'm going to take the piety. Teach me to be pious. Tell me of this great Tengri. Cathar faith triumphant over the Catholics. And we have money enough again to upgrade. So that's 270. Yeah, I lost a lot of money when this place burned. Not just the money that I could be earning, but also just sheer investment. Kinsman Isdar is offered to travel to the Qin Empire on a mission to bring glory to the Khaganate of Tokaket. Please, my lord, he says, a humble servant. Let a humble man. I can't talk. Let a humble servant strengthen our relation to the Emperor of the Qin Empire. That's a really good idea. Isdar's relatively good. The wife would be better. Spymaster would be a terrible decision. I'm going to send Khatun off. Off you go. Have fun in China. Loot it. Loot it all. Sorry, Isdar. She is more diplomatic, though. So you've looted everything there. Everything here is burning. I send you two to these places. Eastern Europe, ravaged by the plague. Death comes to us all, and in Eastern Europe the terror is becoming mundane. The plague has been ravishing the land, unbiased regarding the social status of men, indiscriminately claiming even babies from the arms of the parents. Travel to the area is strongly discouraged. So yeah, it definitely affects Scandinavia. It definitely does. Khatun is pregnant. Congratulations. Even though she's on her way to China. Hold on. Just want to see how badly this was demolished. You're still freaking iconoclast. How has this happened? $18 living members. I am so disappointed. You were the chosen one. You were meant to save the Germanics, not destroy them. Take all their stuff. Take even more stuff. Increase plot strength. Yeah, see, that costs a lot of money. I don't really necessarily see the need to use up right now. Not even the most remote regions of the world are safe. The plague has struck northern Europe. The streets of the many cities lie deserted as their inhabitants have fled in fear. Despite the heavy quarantine in the harbours, many a ghost ship eerily drifts across the Baltic Sea. And you have apparently looted it all. As he's growing older, I can see that Fred could use some guidance in my experienced areas. I'm going to make him diligent. It's going to stress me out, but I suspect I'm not long for this world anyway, seeing as I still haven't recovered from this infection. I do still have a court physician. It is a good... hang on. No, I can't seek treatment. It is a good tradition to have some gossips around a pregnant woman in order to keep her calm. I have some maids dispatched. One morning I wake up before my guards have attempted to rouse me. I hear excited chatter coming from the main hall. As I open the tent opening, there is a bustle of servants filling the palace. Khatun Khatan has returned from the court to the Protector General, they gossip. And she comes bearing gifts. Excellent. Proud to bring souvenirs from the Qin Empire. She could gain proud. She could gain brave. Brought 25 gold and 300 grace. Oh, I have a lot of grace. Wow. Grace is gained by paying tribute to the current emperor. You can use accumulated grace to ask for boons. Any grace you've accumulated will be passed on to your heir during succession. All grace is lost should the dynasty change in China. I've never done boons before. I don't even know how to see what they are. Yeah. Peace deal, Chinese artifact, siege engineer, strategist. Okay, I need to see what these actually are. I've never done anything with this. Send a request asking for peaceful relations with the Qin Empire and the Protector General. Having a peace deal ensures the Qin Empire does not target your realm should they go on the warpath. Craftsmen and artisans of the Qin Empire are famed for creating masterful and beautiful art. You can request they have one of their artifacts sent to you. Receive a random artifact ranging from quality 1 to 3. Qin Empire is famed for their skills of engineering warfare. You can request some of their siege engineers to come and serve as commanders for the war goal needs. These characters all have the way of the leopard, siege speed plus 50%. Wow. Over the centuries, military geniuses of the Qin Empire have come to master the art of war. You can request a commander proficient in Chinese strategy to join the court. Strategists will teach your existing commanders about Chinese military tactics, granting them special commander traits. Interesting. Through the rigorous imperial examinations, the Qin Empire has created a class of educated scholar bureaucrats. You can request to have one of them serve you as an administrator. Having a scholar bureaucrat will reduce build costs and build time. Which would be nice, because I'm doing a lot of that stuff. If you're close to the Western Protectorate, I would take that peace deal. There is no Protectorate, as far as I'm aware. And then the Imperial Marriage. The ones truly favoured by the Emperor can, on behalf of themselves or close relative, request to marry a relative of the Emperor's. Performing an Imperial Marriage will grant you 500 prestige, as well as give you a peace treaty with China. The spouse of the Imperial Princess or Prince will be able to raise a regiment of House Guards when at war. Oh, Honour Guards when at war. Chinese physician. Famed for their learned citizens, you can request to have one of those scholars come to your courts and serve as a personal physician. Master engineer, which we have. By requesting Imperial Seal, our trade post will attract merchants from far and wide and trade in exotic goods. Having an imperial trade contract will boost the value of the trade roads ports by 100% for 25 years. Need to have 2,000 grace though. Or we can request an invasion for 5,000. Ask the Qin Empire to declare war on another ruler with the intent of shattering their realm. If the war succeeds, any kingdom or empires held by the target will be forcibly destroyed. China only attacks realms of either king or empire tier that which contain at least 40 counties, as anything else would be too menial for them. I'm going to go for an artifact. The Protector General of the Honoured Emperor addresses a letter to the eminent Kagan of the Khaganate of Tokarid. Heaven's blessing upon thee. The Heavenly Sinli Keije, Emperor Daizong of the Qin Emperor, has graciously fulfilled your wish. A wondrous artifact of expert Jushan craftsmanship will be bestowed upon you for safekeeping. Will be or has been. Painting. Monthly prestige and piety. Quality 1. White Dragon Amulet. Oh yeah, I've had that for a while. That's the build cost reduction. Speaking of build cost reduction, I should probably build some stuff. Supply limit, movement speed and horde maintenance sounds really good, although I could also build this thing up. I can't afford it. That increases trade value, and also the garrison. Let's do that. And the meat preserver. 50 ducats in the bank. I don't see how that could backfire. My wife asked me to buy her some new clothes. My dear, you're already wonderful. You are. No need for them. To the kindly rogue, staying idle is not in the warrior's blood. I hence invite you to aid me against my enemies. I promise to put in a good word with you at the lodge based on your participation in the war. Let the battlefield overflow with the blood of our fallen enemies. Leader of the Sockman Revolt. Which is quite big. Is that you? Osgul the Wise. That's the one. 4% in favour of them. Do I really want to do this? Yes, I do. Because my armies are getting tired of sitting around doing so little. Hooray, we won! Alright, well, I guess we're going home again because I've dropped raiding stance. Another sun. This is going to be Sparrowhawk. Honourable mention. Excellent. Speaking of which, how are... Actually, what did I level up? 750. I'm going to send you to the Corrids, which I think is these guys. Yeah. I can take the Khanate of Chia. Cost 350 gold to do. But if I do that, I get de jure CBs against these guys, don't I?